Boutique pedals. You might have heard them, you might have them, or you might want to have them. The attractive factor of boutique pedals is that it pushes the boundaries of the basic pedal in shaping guitar tones and appearance of our pedal boards, which may lead to boutique pedal addictions. But let's cut to the chase. Today, we will be discussing a topic on boutique pedal addictions in relation to gear acquisition syndrome and also understanding boutique pedals with a special guest on board. So let's go. Gear acquisition syndrome, also known as G.A.S. It is a universal definition in multiple forms. Particularly in musicians, it implies an inclination to buy musical gear, which oftentimes accompanies with guilt after the purchase of items. Some players reported that they get an adrenaline rush with new gears and that they receive a significant amount of satisfaction from unboxing their newly bought gears. The internet plays a big role in sparking G.A.S as musicians quickly find information and sales through online ads and social media websites. G.A.S should not be confused with the collector profession. Collecting is rather a serious practice because of the collector's strong tie to self-definition and their passion for music. Primarily interested in size, rarity, and economic value of their collection, whereas G.A.S usually emphasize compulsion on humoristic manner. There are several stages when someone gets the G.A.S attack. Firstly, players are dissatisfied with their equipment and believe other musicians play better with proper gear. So their search leads to discovery of new instruments that arouses the desire to obtain for the sake of happiness. They will go on and research the product or gear via sources online, magazines, and talk among local musicians. Once satisfied, players will test out in music stores, which then leads to purchasing the gear. After the relief of purchasing the wanted gear, the individual will often feel guilty, and throughout the week, the guilt ruins the enjoyment of the newly bought gear and is barely looked at or used due to shame. After a while, their guilt will subside and then the individual begins to accept the consequences of their purchase. But after some time, the G.A.S attack relapses and history repeats itself. Boutique pedals are usually handmade by a small group of pedal enthusiasts who create and build in small quantities of pedals with custom specifications such as extra knobs, for example, to give more tonal range and control. Boutique pedals are also labor intensive and requires more skills to make. The housing or chassis of these pedals are often made from expensive and higher quality materials also, and it often comes with attractive artworks and paint jobs to give the users a premium feel. The modern day definition of boutique pedals is becoming more of a byword for marketing purposes to attract customers with a false sense of premium quality. As G.A.S once stated, when a small group of independent builders grow, they can no longer be considered as boutique. There is also the small issue of a scam where cheaper mass-produced pedals are bought, rebranded, and redesigned and then sold to a higher price to fool consumers. There are various kinds of boutique pedals out in the market, but here are a few great sounding boutique pedals worth sharing with you guys. The Earthquaker Devices Dispatch Master V3 Delay and Reverb Pedal. This pedal is notable for its beautiful sound and that it does not oscillate. If you are interested to know more about this pedal, do check out our channel for a product demo on the version 3. The Wampler Ego Compressor. This pedal has a high-grade film capacitors and resistors chosen for their superior response. The tone control also adds in high frequencies, giving you plenty of clarity and jangle. The Friedman BE-OD. This pedal puts the intense tone of the BE100 into this overdrive pedal with powerful and enormous amount of gain. The Full Tone Full Drive 2 MOSFET OD/Clean Boost. The best of both worlds. A versatile OD that is capable of clean boost or non-compressed overdrive, or choose light to medium softer overdrive while retaining your guitar's original tone. Other examples of boutique pedal brands are Exotic, Empress, Barber Electronics, G.A.S, CMAT Mods, Mojo Hand Effects, Keeley, Solid Gold Effects, and Analog Man. Let's get in touch with our two guitarists, Mr. Dave himself from Music Bliss and Faridz, who shall give us an insight into their boutique pedal addictions.
So, my name is Faridz, 31 years old. I work in advertising agency as an art director, so I do like design and campaigns and ideas and stuff. So mostly weekend only I play my my guitar style, my music stuff. Playing guitars like 14 years, I think. Currently, I'm like in the bands that like play post rock, and then another one is a dream pop band. So these two.
Me, I'm Dave. Been working at Music Bliss for 5 years now as a product demonstrator, purchaser, marketer, and on the side, I do perform in pubs, events, and in various other projects. So that's me, I guess.
Correct. Also, like because if you go back to the topic, what sparked my interest mainly because the current age everything's on Instagram. So sort of like this social media platform is the one actually market all this new brand lah. So when I look at it, aesthetically they're very nice design. So I mean I'm a designer itself, and I think the design quite nice lah. So you study a bit on it, then only it's a types of pedals that I like. For example, last time I really crazy on overdrive, so like look for everything nicely designed overdrive lah. So it's design first lah, technically, honestly, it's aesthetic first.
Well, I started on multi-effects. My first multi-effect was a Boss GT8, and I used it for many years, and then I kind of like got dissatisfied with the sound I was getting, and I wanted to go like the whole analog route. So I remember selling that, and with the money from selling that, I bought an MXR custom badass OD and a Boss DD7, and then I just kept on adding and adding and adding and adding.
Honestly, like very often but especially like all these newly released pedal like macam shit, orang lain tak ada lagi, maybe I try first then I can review first, sort of that thinking lah. One is the, I think I mentioned this on the 1981 RV because the design itself. Technically, I'm not those, the social rap pedal I tak suka pun, tapi I suka the design itself. The package itself okay lah.
Okay.
But then I remember I bought that pedal like 3 kali lah, beli jual like that, and then okay, I don't want to buy anymore. Stop it.
Yes, there are many moments it was on impulse. So usually I always had like, okay, after I bought those 2 pedals, I'm like, okay, I want a fast pedal. So then I bought like a big buff, and I wanted a wah pedal, and then I got a Dunlop wah. I remember I was just experimenting with pedals first. I had a multi-effects before, so it had so many effects. So I was trying to replicate the same amount of effects, but with individual pedals. So then, I bought a compressor, I bought a Dynacomp, and then I bought a Boss TR2 Tremolo, and it just expanded. So I made sure I had everything, phaser, chorus, flanger, all the modulation, delay, reverb, different drives, different distortions and everything. And then as I played with them, I was like, maybe this Dynacomp, I kind of hate it. I didn't like the squash or whatever. I would like check out reviews online, and maybe, I was interested in the Barber tone press at one point. And then I remember walking into Music Bliss many years ago when I was not working there. I just walked in as a customer, and there's no stock. But hey, check out this Seaman Mods Deluxe Signa Comp. I'm like, what is this? It looks so handmade. The box had no printing. The pedal was like, kind of like handwritten, what each knob did. And then it was like, I just tested on the spot, and like, okay, I like it, and boom, I just bought it. Yeah, and I never regretted it. Yeah. So far, all the impulse purchases were, no regrets. If I bought a pedal without testing it, it's probably now because I just want to own it or collect it. It's just the gas kicking in. I just want it on the pedal rack, buy it, and I don't really use it. I just leave it on the rack.
How often? 24/7 Instagram, and then centeng every morning you wake up, anything new again, nothing.
Yeah.
So quite often it's like a daily habit really lah. Even sometimes you do nothing also, you just scrolling those reverb.com and stuff. Because in terms of tone chasing, you sort of like have that, okay, I want to have this tone anymore. But then the rest you just buy because you want to try and stuff.
Okay.
And the investment.
Okay.
Like
Cool.
criteria, I think because like I mentioned just now, I'm a bit of the classic player lah, so I still prefer. I'm looking for a very overdrive sound, so I always cari overdrive. But lately only I'm into a bit of modulation, so I cari all those, maybe the boutique brand that do chorus or flanger. So the focus is on what type of effects that I want, especially like all these newly released pedal like macam shit, orang lain tak ada lagi, maybe I try first then I can review first, sort of that thinking lah. But sometimes a bit wasted lah, macam you buy because it's very new, and then you don't know, you haven't seen any review. I mean, there's not much review kan. Beli then macam okay je dia. Then jenteng lah.
Okay, the simplest one is number one is need. Maybe I need a specific pedal when I need to, like nowadays I do a lot of session work and all that, so I want to be able to have different tones of colors, different colors on my palette, and all that. So maybe I don't have like a out of control fuzz or something, so maybe I need one of those. I've owned like 5 of these pedal brands, but hey, I never own any pedal from this brand. So I'll just look through their catalog and see what I want from there. Or it could be my favorite guitarist uses a particular pedal and I want to collect it. Yeah, there's multiple that I bought online in the recent 1 or 2 years. Yeah, sometimes it can be, just because I had a discount coupon code or something, and I use it as an excuse to use it because I don't want the code to expire. So I make sure I claim it and buy a pedal.
Okay, better player, absolutely not. True facts. Because I mean, honestly, like if you suck, lah. You have to practice, lah. I mean, anyhow, maybe boutique gears can actually motivate you to play, like for example, like if there's one pedal that maybe is a sound that you want, or is an artist that inspire you to play, so it sort of like motivate you to practice more, to chase that level. So in a way, it's motivate you, but not actually make you play better.
It doesn't make me a better player, but it makes me a satisfied player. People can argue that the audience doesn't hear the difference. Yeah, they don't hear it. As long as you put in a good show, you play well, everything is fine. But it makes me satisfied as a player when I can get a particular sound that I want. Maybe 10 drive pedals sound the same, but the level of compression on each drive pedal is different. This pedal it makes me a bit more difficult to play. I find I'm forcing myself to pick the note or fret the note. Then there are other pedals that are like, holy shit, the compression here is like so, hey, it makes me play much more easier. It's like when Paul Gilbert said, he plays pedals and he likes pedals that makes him just play easily. So that's how he chooses his pedals. If he plugs in a pedal and he can't play what he's feeling, then he's like, I don't like the pedal. And then when he plugs in a pedal and he plays well without any mistakes, he knows that's the pedal. So same thing with me lah. If the pedal makes me play easier, I don't think about, hey, there's an annoying frequency there, or I'm finding it difficult to play this. So yeah, it just makes me a satisfied player. It doesn't necessarily make me a better player. But yeah.
So one is this brand long amp. So this pedal from Poland lah. So the guy is just one person doing it, everything hand wired. And then interestingly, this pedal dia macam made to order basis. So I macam, I want this pedal, then only he build it for me. And then even nicely, the backpack dia letak macam notes lah.
Oh.
Then put my name there, and then terima kasih, he even write.
Wow. Oh, wow, that's so cool. That's so cool.
Yeah. So quite nice. This one basically is a clone of the Boss CE2 and then the vibrato of the CE1.
Yeah.
So I think one of the reasons juga, like some of these boutique brand, they sort of cloning the vintage pedals lah, because the CE2 and then the CE1 is very expensive lah if you want to buy that. So this is why some people going to the boutique brand to find this clone of the vintage pedal lah.
Okay.
Then another one also this I think this one maybe you guys dah pernah nampak, Kington Dualist. So basically this pedal, because last time I really crazy of this dual overdrive thingy, so like dual channel overdrive. So one side is a boost breaker, one side is a so the same thing there. It's just one person doing it, and then everything hand wired. And then the best part of this pedal is actually this green color is a limited edition lah. So I managed to snag it, like I'm like number 42 of 100. Can you see?
Yeah.
So these are the pedals also like I can jual lah. Now they have a V2 version lah, version 2 the Mount Jack. Kedai dekat JMF in Singapore, so they're like an official dealer for this now.
I see.
Shaky. It's like, oh my god. As you can see, I have OCD. Everything needs to be arranged really properly. If I start right at the bottom, you can see my wow pedal obsession. Other than that, there's the Ceratone pedals, Centura Horsebreaker. Above that is the most recent acquisition, the OCD Germanium. I have ISP Noise Gate. Above that, Earthquaker stuff. Eruptor Fuzz, Dispatch Master, Tentacle, Acapulco Gold. Then you got your Wampler pedals, which I was a huge fan of back then, still am till today. Friedman, and of course, you need to own Boss pedals as a guitarist, because if you don't own Boss pedals, then shame on you. Empress Buffer. And then there's the pedal above there from Solid Gold Effects. The Zeta Custom Shop. Now that pedal was an impulse purchase because I had a discount coupon, and I never tried their pedals before. I only saw one video and I just bought it for fun, and it turns out to be a damn good sounding pedal. So no regrets there. JHS Haunting Mates, because I just wanted to own a JHS pedal, so I just bought that for fun. Bunch of exotic pedals, something that I use a lot: EP Booster, SP Comp, BB Preamp, Soul Driven. Soul Driven was something I bought for fun, and the BB Preamp is the Andy Timmons. Both also just purchased for fun. I just wanted to own them because I liked Andy Timmons, and I liked the sound of the Soul Driven. June 60 chorus. I just bought that because it looked good. In fact, a lot of people bought it because it had wooden sides on the pedal. You know, everybody knows wood equals warmth, so everybody bought that pedal just to collect it. There's a Strymon Deco. I will never ever sell that pedal. It's a very unique pedal. K&M Drive I just bought because I love Dan and Mick from that pedal show, and it's something made by Keeley. I didn't own a Keeley pedal, so that made me want to buy one. That is the end of my pedal collection.
You've put me in your will,
Oh, your wheel, huh? Right. I think I'll put in my wheel to have all the pedals buried with me.
Oh, wow.
There's no cure. And then I was like, okay, I'm not going to buy anymore. But then, turns out that I started putting things behind the rack.